What's up? Today, I'm gonna keep it pretty short. We're in the middle of a bunch of testing and fast-paced stuff with Builder, but as the last day of No Code List, I thought I'd wrap it up with publishing, like how to get it live, and the system that Builder has built in for publishing, which is kind of cool, kind of novel in the as far as no code tools go as well. Um, so I'm just gonna dive in. It might be like 15 minutes today because it should be quick, and then I'll be done. And then next week I'm gonna do something I still haven't really fully decided, but I'll announce it and do some more bite-sized, actionable stuff. I think, but either way, just like I'll keep going and do something else besides the no code list. So for today, imagine that I had completely finished this. Actually, I don't really have to have completely finished it, but I'm done and I want to make it go live because so far we've been building it in this live view, which the URL looks like that, where it's p and then an id.builder.com. That's a live view page, and that's the development working version. Like as I build, if I make a change in the studio, this page updates live. So this is always live. And so that's great for testing, like while you're building testing. But if you have other people at your company or other stakeholders that need to see a site, what you want to do is publish it to some sort of stable test environment so that you can still work on this dev environment that gets updated live, but they have a different URL where they can test. And then once everything's tested, you want actually like a third environment for production. And so that's actually built in all that stuff into Builder when you, oh, you know what? I can't publish because my account is old. My production Builder user does not even have the ability to publish, I just realized. And I can't fix that right now. In the new environment that we're testing, I do have the ability to publish. That's pretty funny, actually. But maybe, let's see, I don't know. Let me do this real quick and see if I can open something. We'll see if I can get this to work. And if not, maybe I'll just describe what I'm doing. Okay. Just lining up a window here and making sure that I'm not showing anything I don't want to show. All right, so let me see. That. All right, so I'll do this. So what I did was I just switched this out to the new environment so that I can show you this publish button. So now we won't be publishing no code list. And actually, I won't publish anything right now. I won't go through with it, but I'll show how it all works because it is pretty cool. So imagine this is no code list, and imagine I'm ready to publish, and I click publish. You can see I have these deployments in here. And so this project I pulled up is actually a pattern that I'm working on. So it has this extra slot here for patterns. By default, you just have development, test, and production. And so what you can do is you can publish from any of these deployments into any of the other ones. So, excuse me, right now as development, the whole site would be on development. I get it to the point I want it, and I would choose publish from development into test. And I could go development right to production, which in a lot of cases I would. But in this case, like I would be setting up, I'm running through like a fictional scenario where I'd be setting up a test URL. So it would be like nocodelist.builder.com. It could be test.nocodelist.co or staging.nocodelist.co. It could be my own domain, or I can use the Builder subdomain. And that's what you're seeing here. So Builder subdomain, you know, as long as no one else is using it, you can do whatever you want .builder.com and publish to that. So what I would do for nocodelist is I'd set up nocodelist.builder.com, publish that for test. And then separately, when your test is good and you want to publish to production, you can choose custom domain. And that's where here you enter your own domain, and then we'll give you, I think it's just an A record and a TXT record. And if it's a subdomain, it's slightly different, but we give you a few values to set on your actual domain, and then we'll generate a security certificate that's free and that always renews and that kind of thing. And so that's the domain setup, what you do once for each thing. So in test, I would set this subdomain up once, and in production, I would set this live domain once. And then anytime I want to publish, I can just choose what I'm publishing from and what I want to publish into and hit publish. And so I won't do it, like I said, because this is not the no code list project, but that's how it's done in Builder. And it's pretty powerful because if you're working for a client or if you're working with partners, you can really separate this stuff out. And so I did that a few times now where I was working with other people and I need to have this stable version. They can make comments and feedback, and then I can keep updating it in dev, but if I break anything, it doesn't affect their testing. And in fact, we're also doing that in Builder right now. Everything's in a test environment on the test deployment, and we're going through using it's this crazy meta double whammy thing, because we're using cycles, which Mark built it's like task and cycle management. And so we're using that to manage it and testing that in the test environment and testing Builder in the test environment. And it's this whole huge thing, but really exciting also because it's just about done. And I'm really excited to actually launch it. So anyway, yeah, I think that's pretty much what I wanted to cover. And sorry I couldn't show it live. I totally forgot about what happened was you have to pay to publish, and my Stripe account on this current live platform, I deleted the Stripe account and set something else up when I was testing for the new user. So anyway, yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm just gonna call it really short because I want to get back to work. But that's the whole no code list rebuild. And it was my first time trying any live streaming, and I really didn't go in with much of a plan. So I learned a ton. I want to try this in a more efficient way in the future, where it doesn't take 3 months and I can actually cover everything in some organized manner. So I'm gonna attempt to keep honing this process, and I have a few projects lined up. I think I mentioned last time, so I don't know what I'm gonna start with next, but I will start on something else, and I will try to make it more kind of like themed per video, more bite-sized. That way I can share these videos afterwards with an actual theme instead of just saying, here's me like tooling around a bit and messing up half the time, that kind of stuff. So we'll see. I'll announce it. I'm going to do like a new website and organize this stuff a little better in the future when I grab some time. But yeah, I'll just keep it light and keep it fluid. So more announcements to come. So thanks for watching, especially if you're someone who watched the whole thing. I don't know if anyone has, but hopefully I covered a lot of topics. And like I said, hopefully I can cover them in a better manner next time, in a more efficient way. So thanks for watching. That's it for the no code list, but I'll be back Monday with something else. Later.